This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look here at natural gas and on crude oil, and then in the mix here, we're going to put in Lululemon. They had their earnings out yesterday, and the stock is moving up here pretty good today. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now we can see here, we're holding the sideways action. The 8 SMA here is moving curled right back up, moving up very, very nicely. But look what we got here, old sticky top, okay? So what we did is if you watched my video this morning, I said just watch this level right here first that we were going up against here. That was at 2.798. And then your next level here was 2.85. And she got just a little bit higher than that here of 2.87, but just could not make it to that 2.92 level here, okay? So obviously, again, we just want to watch pretty much the same thing here since it came down here, okay? So just watch that let's just call it 2.80, and then we have that 2.85 and that 2.9, and obviously we want to watch today's high. That's going to be key. That's that 2.877. On the upside. So we're going to see how this all closes. But as long as we're above this 8 SMA, we're looking really, really good. Now, downside, you want to watch here, okay? 2.72. And then we'll come over here to the top of this candle, 2.70. And then we have here your 2.68. And then we have your 8 SMA, 2.66. Those are your key support levels. Now, again, if that's lost here, then we can come right to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2.60. And then we have right here, you're looking at 2.57, which lines up very, very nicely with that candle. And then we have your 21 SMA here at 2.55. Very, very good. So far, this 50-day is holding on a weekly basis. That's always very, very good. And it looks like we made a little bit higher high here for the week. Very, very nice. So we had the tweezer top, kind of negates that now. So again, if we can keep right on moving up here, just watch that today's high at 2.877, and then there's a candle that you're looking for is going to be right here at the top of that candle. Is you're looking at that 2.92 level right there. Again, if you break out above that, then we have that lot of really, really nice targets up here. First of all, you're going to be looking at here is going to be this. We just take this right across here. Okay, so we're going to be looking for this candle here. This is that 2.96 level here. And then we can come over here to sticky over here, looking at 3.01. Just bring that price channel right across 3.01. Then you can just venture right on up here, 3.37. But then we're really looking for is the top of this candle here, which is that 3.39 level here, okay? So there's a lot of really good resistance here. The key is you got to break above that 2.92 level. So today we came close, but, you know, we got a really good trading action here. This is just really nice, good sideways trading action like we had in crude here just a couple months back here. So this is really nice. So we got to see how it all shakes out. So realistically today, just watch the top of these candles here. That's going to be your resistance levels on the downside. Watch today's low and then watch that 8 SMA. Very, very crucial. If that's lost, we can follow the bottom candles. But realistically, you're looking at that 21-day here for your key support. 8-day is really, really nice. And now she's moving right back up again. 21-day, very, very nice. 50-day, very, very good. And now it looks like we're trying to get a bullish cross here. If that green can cross over the red, that'd be a good buying opportunity here. Take longer. The key is we just got to get a close above that 2.92. In the meantime, just trade it. And then we could probably go higher or lower. But just watch that 8 SMA on the downside. Very, very crucial. Okay, let's take a look here on a 1-minute and a 5-minute chart. Okay, here we have your net gas, your 1-minute and your 5-minute chart. We've got them right on top of each other, so it's very, very nice and clear here. Okay, so you can see what's going on. Now, again, you can see here we had a nice run up here, but what you really had here is you got to try to see through these patterns here. You see you have a left shoulder, and then we have that peak right there, is kind of like your head, and then the right shoulder, which could not get as high as that left shoulder. Then she came right on down. Now we're coming right down here to this level here, this 2.77, and that's going to be very, very key level that you really need to hold. Otherwise, we can start testing all these candles right here. Okay, so realistically, this was a really good trading a day. Okay, because you had a really, really nice run up all the way here to the top. But when you start seeing these candles here like this, you see the green one, and then you see that red one right next to it. Let me see if I get that, show you that better. Yeah, okay, here, this is better. See, you have the green one, then you have a red one, and then you have this topping tail, a green one here. See, that's never really good. When you see that, that's really, then you start getting these red candles, you get below that 8 SMA, that's the time you just want to sell out. And again, if it just happens to rip back up, so what? You already made your money here, okay? That's the key, is always take profits, you know, because there's always another trade coming around. That's the beauty of it, okay? So again, we just got to watch this level here. So you look on that price channel, you're looking at 2.77. If that's lost here, then we're going to come right down to this. All these levels right here, which would come right down here, 2.76. If that's lost, then we can come down farther here, okay? But realistically, if you just look at this chart pattern here, this was a really nice here, a series of higher highs and higher lows. See this all the way on up here? Very, very nice. But then we start getting into this chop series, and then when you compare this here with a daily chart, okay, and you see, hey, where the resistance is, you know, it made it above that 2.85, but it couldn't get to that 2.92 area, just get out of the trade. Now, again, if this closes above that 2.92, then you can also buy strength. You don't always have to buy support. You can always buy strength there too. So if it closes above that breakout, then you can go and take that long here and take it all the way up to the 3.01 level here. Very, very easy, okay? All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Okay, crude oil here having a really good day. I'm long the UCO, okay? From yesterday, I bought it in aftermarket yesterday, okay? So you're sitting at 29.46 there. I'm up a point so far on the UCO. I have 5,000 shares long, so this is actually a good trade. The reason I took the trade after hours yesterday, which I don't mind taking crude oil overnight. Natural gas, I really don't. You know, I rather just trade it because it always gives you like a little bit more of an opportunity. But here, what I liked about this was you had a higher low and you had a higher high situation. It wasn't really the kind of candle that I was looking for here, these bottoming kind of a tails here. Okay, but again, when you see that, where you say, okay, I got a big green candle, it finishes up at the top, and you have a higher low and a higher high, that tells you that you just want to get in, because the next day, obviously, and then once we put in that higher high, you know what I'm saying, that confirmed all that action, and then she went up higher. Now what you're looking for here is you're looking at 75.72. So this is what we're looking for right here, okay? Right there, 75.97. We need to get and close above that here for the week. That would be very good. If we can, it would be consistent with all the rest of these candles here that we had for weeks and weeks on end in the past there, okay? So if we can get back above, that would show really good positive strength, and then maybe we can get back up here into that 79 level here. Okay, so this is very good. I'm staying long here. I'm going to see what's going to happen once we get up to this level here. You're looking at that 75.97, and then we're looking at the bottom of this candle, that 76.15. Very, very key. But this is the really bad boy right here, 76.44. We got to see what's going to happen when it gets to that level. Okay, so when it gets up to that level, I'll probably sell at least half the shares. You know, going up into that level there. And then when right above that, we have, if you can get above, you have that 77.78. And then obviously you have your Honda right up there, 79.22, and then we have 79.79. But you got a lot of really big, strong resistance here. You got this 8 SMA here sitting at 79.02, your 21-day, 79.15, and then we are 50 at 79.43. So that 79 level is going to be very, very key, and that comes running into all of this here. But this here, in the meantime, is going to be, you know, like a brick wall. It's going to hit that, and it's not going to get through. I don't believe on the first time. So we got to see how that is seen. Now, I'm not saying it can, because look at this candle here and engulf all three of these. Actually, all four of those in one shot. But again, we got to see how it all going to shake. So usually what I do is I'll take off 5,000 shares. I usually maybe cut that down to 3,000 shares, or maybe even 2,500 shares. I got to see how it acts when it actually get there. But you're in such an oversold condition here that we were, you know, ready for a little pop up here. Okay, so your RSI here, you're way in oversold right there. Your MACD was oversold here. And I say you had a really good, a sell down all the way down to that 248 level, which is realistically right this level here. So this was 72.38, just within 10 cents of that. Again, if it had fallen down harder, then we could have went down here to your 71.79, and then I'll sticky here at 71.41 here. But right now we're looking good. So really, what you really want to do is just watch that 8 SMA here on the upside and this 200-day. That's going to be critical here by Friday, and we'll see what that can do. Now on the downside, what you do is just want to watch out. Actually the opposite of what we had here. Okay, so what we want to do is just follow. Okay, you're sitting right here, so now we just want to follow these candles here, all the way down. So what you're doing is we're looking here. We're always looking at this 52 level. That was very, very key. Then we can look here at the top of this candle. You're looking at the 74.52, and then we come here. You got 74.22. Then we just follow right there. Okay, 73.56. You have your 73.23, and then we have your 72.38, which lines up pretty nice here with your 72.48. But right now, this looks like it just wants to go just a little bit higher here. We got to see what kind of action it takes here, and at the 8 SMA. A lot of times, you can run into that 8 SMA, pull back. That doesn't mean you have to come back all the way down here and retest that. That could do a sideways action here. Or if you can get above that, then we can get that 8 SMA here to curl back up here. Then we can start taking a run for those 79s. Okay, let's take a look here at Lululemon. Okay, here we have Lululemon. Now we have it was in an area where I am. It was a pop-up store. Okay, and all of a sudden now it's just a full-time store. I mean, they have really good quality merchandise. And chicks really dig that stuff. I mean, especially if you work out. Like my wife's a big fanatic. She likes to work out. Same way with me. But I'm just saying, now they carry a full line there for men and the whole 9 yards here. But they have a really good quality stuff. That's the key. That's a little bit more expensive, but again, if it lasts, that's all that matters here. Okay, so here we are. You have your daily and your weekly. Now you can see what happened here on your weekly. It goes up. This is why you want to trade the charts and where to go on. Right into that 8 SMA, 337.49. Okay, boom, there she is. This is why I always talk about this 8 SMA. That a lot of times it doesn't get through there in the first time. It wants to come back and maybe sideways action, then pop through. But we got to see how it all going to shake out. So watch that 337.47, very, very key. Close above that 8 SMA here, then we can run it up a little bit higher. Now on the daily chart here, well, you can see here you just had that over sold condition, and then she just was running up here. Your green crossed you over your red. That's a bullish action. Now you can see where it didn't hit the 50. And then sold all the way, came down here, but now we're holding this 21 day. So this is going to be key on the downside. So what you want to do is watch that 322.78 if this loses that. And then what we have here, like I always like to point out, is we have a gap. Okay, so look at this low, 314.65, and then we want to look at this high at 308.76. So there's your gap, there's your fill, and then you have your 8 SMA here at 306.85. So that's all going to be your support levels here if you lose this 21 day at 322.79. Okay, that's the key. Okay, so always watch those gaps and fills because it's like a magnet to a fridge. Okay, they want to eventually fill that gap. Okay, so that's the key on what we want to do. So watch that gap, watch that fill if that 21 day is lost, and then we have the 8 SMA right below it. And then obviously you have your big retest here sitting at 293.03 right there. But look at here how nice this was here on the weekly chart. So if you were long and you see this 8 SMA here, especially on the weekly, it's even stronger than it is on the daily chart. When you see that, that's a good time when you want to sell. You don't have to sell all your position, but you can sell a pretty good, like what I do, like with crude oil, I'll sell a half or I'll sell 2/3 or whatever like this, or a third or whatever it is. I'll just sell some right into it, take your profits, and then see how this is going to shake right on out here. So again, just watch that 21 day, that gap, that fill, and then that 8 SMA. On the upside, watch right here is that 337.53. If we can get above all that, then what you do is you got your 50 days sitting right here at 343.71, and then your 355.44 level, which is your price channel, which is right on top of this candle here. Okay, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out, but they do make a good quality item. And even like the inflation is real high right now, economy seems to be slowing down a little bit here. Lulu, they still have that big following. They sell quality merchandise here. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key. Okay, we have a little natty gas, a little crude, and a little LULU. I'll be back here after the pit close, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth on crude oil and natural gas. Thanks for watching.